finish up with some fun stuff now. Here we go. Little tumbling. Consecutive cartwheels. Handspring step outs.
And
one. Look at that. So I guess, as you said, they're probably ready to start the show as soon as they're done with this. I'd probably be ready to go for a shower. Boy. Beautiful. Run off against me back layout. Layout full twist from Shushanova.
And they make it look so easy.
This is just the beginning. Wait till we see the regular performances on floor exercise. You know, the women now are tumbling easily as well as the men were. In the past, the men were doing more difficult tumbling skills, but there really is no difference between the women and the men at this time.
There you are, the Soviet women gymnasts in a very special routine and well received. We'll be back with more of this meeting between the Russians and the United States, but first this message. Gymnastics Summit, we go to the pommel horse, and it's going to be Valery Lyukin from the Russian team.
Member of the gold medal World Championship team. It was a very good
World Championships, first team, 1987. European Championships, he was first in the all-around in 87.
Lyukin's really their rising star right now. He does probably the most difficult skills almost on every event in gymnastics. He's just unbelievable.
He's 21 and 5'5", and here he is on the pommel horse.
He's not weak in anything. There's his flares traveling across the horse, doing some counter rotations called spindles in flare. Extremely difficult. Now he moves across the horse in a longitudinal direction, touching all areas of the horse. That's a requirement in competition.
You have to work every end of it, don't you? Every inch of it.
Yep, up and down. Oh, no, he hit the horse there. That's a mistake. No, he didn't plan on that happening. Here's a flare, going up for his dismount.
That whole routine about 30 seconds, Peter.
That's right.
Including the slight bobble in there.
Not very long. That would have been a big mistake, but, you know, they're having fun out here. He's throwing all the big tricks.
Valery Lyukin.
Gold medal. One of the important members of that.
See what happens here when he hits his leg. This is a counter rotation on one pommel. His right hand, see how low his right hand is on that pommel? It just bangs right into the horse.
And now we go to the high bar, and here's Vladimir Novikov of the Soviet team.
I call Novikov their go-for-it man. Basically, he just takes every trick in the book, every trick that he can do, and he acts immediate reverse hecht, immediate flyaway half. Incredibly difficult. 3 release moves in a row.
This is his second trip to the United States. He's been in gymnastics for 10 years.
And Novikov's going to get ready for his dismount now. A triple back flip.
Oh.
Whoa.
He seemed to be in the air forever. Beautifully done.
We move now to floor exercise.
Okay, let's take a look at this dismount. It's a triple back flip. 3 flips before hitting the ground. There's 1, there's 2, 3. Opens up a little higher than he thought, and so it kind of threw his back down. He took a step.
While admiring her favorite gymnast, Daniela.
Next up, young lady, Lisa Panzeroni.
Originally from Columbus, Ohio.
She's 15.
This is Lisa Panzeroni.
As you can see, 5 feet 1 inches tall and 82 pounds. Just 15.
But, you know, that's the norm. All of the best girls in the country tend to be in high school. Now, there's always exceptions. We had Kathy Johnson competing at the age of 24 and winning 2 medals in the Olympics, but most of the girls tend to be young.
Like the women swimmers, very young.
Absolutely. It's her first tumbling pass, a round off back handspring, full in, back out. Very difficult. They're not holding back. This is an exhibition, but they're going for it.
rather unique hobby. She collects penguins, if you can believe it.
Now, a woman's floor exercise routine tends to be about 1.5 minutes long. It's one of the longest performances in gymnastics for both men and women. Men's is without music, and it's only about 1 minute. It's required to be within 50 to 70 seconds.
Do they use an exhibition like this as a means of maybe working on something new in their routine or seeing how it would fit in or what?
Oh, they sure do. Sometimes they'll do a completely new routine, maybe with new music. It's much different for girls because you can't just change a tumbling pass or change a dance move. You have to change everything to fit the music. Dismounts with a layout double twist.
Lisa Panzeroni from Columbus, Ohio, now living in Allentown, PA. We go now to the parallel bars, and this performer from the United States team, this is Mike Rice. He's out of Oklahoma University. Likes motorcycles and likes racing. NCAA All-American performer. Here's Mike Rice.
Mike's very powerful. In the USA-USSR dual meet, he had a very, very good routine on the parallel bars. This is one of his best events. That's an underbar swing, peach basket to a straddle cut. Most of the skills on parallel bars will occur from the handstand. That's called a stutz. A front uprise, right up to a handstand. Now, this trick is called a Healy twirl. A little different. He straddles his legs there in the pirouette, just to add a little extra touch to it. There's a back toss. He's going to set up for his dismount, a double back flip. Took a little step. That's a very good routine.
Very nice indeed. Mike Rice from Garden City, Kansas, of the United States team. Back to the...
with many innovative moves and an obvious enjoyment of dance.
Now take a look at this dismount. This is a double tuck salto. Right off the bar, goes sideways to clear the rails. Double back, takes a little step. In competition, that'd be a deduction.
Elena Shevchenko now, and we go to the balance beam, only 4 inches across. She's 16, 5'2", and 92 pounds.
Elena's really one of the most powerful gymnasts. She was a little bit inconsistent in the dual meet competition. And when that happens, when they go on to the exhibition, they take it a little bit more seriously, and it's very important for them to hit their routine successfully. She's not going to fool around up there. Then again, who would when it's only 4 inches wide? Back hamstring back layout. And she was just off, a little bit crooked. And this camera angle shows you how narrow that beam is, and the margin of error is just so slight.
Very pretty young lady.
She is.
Red hair, classic features.
And they use their dance so well. Balance beam is kind of like pommel horse for men. It's the event that everybody kind of hopes they can just get out of the way because it's so tough. You want to make it without falling off. Beautiful double back dismount.
Elena Shevchenko of the Soviet Union. That slight bobble she had in the middle of the routine, I'm sure, upset her a little bit.
Yeah. We'll take a look at that. This is a back handspring, back layout, and she's a little bit off to the right, and she can't quite hold on and just jumps off.
Many-year career in the sport. Graduating this fall.
This is John Amore.
In Tucson, we welcome to the parallel bar.
From the University of Arizona, though his hometown is Los Angeles. 24 years old, 5'4".
John's a real hard worker. Very, very consistent gymnast. It's a peach straddle cut right to a V. He presses up to a handstand.
Peter, you were telling me earlier that every performer has to be an all-round gymnast. No longer do you get by competing in one event, that you must be able to perform them all.
That's right.
Yet each requires additional or different strengths, does it not?
That's right. In American collegiate competition, they're allowed to have specialists, gymnasts that may only do one event. But in international competition, you have to do all 6 events for men and all 4 events for women. So you have to be very well-rounded. Good routine. Little bobble at the end is a very good routine for John.
I would imagine, with that thought in mind, then, that most collegiate coaches, when they go out and recruit, actually go out and recruit the all-round performer, don't they?
Oh, absolutely, because they don't want to get just one good score. They want to get 6 good scores, so they want a gymnast that's very, very good on 6 events.
We turn next to Stacy Gunthorpe. She's a 17-year-old from New Brunswick, New Jersey. Here she is with the floor exercises.
Stacy's a very powerful gymnast in floor exercise. Her tumbling skills are just excellent.
I'd remind you again that this is an exhibition between the United States and the world's best, the Soviet Union. There are no points total.
And I'll tell you right now, so far, there would be no points taken off for Stacy. That was a beautiful mount. A full twisting double back flip. Going to get ready for her second tumbling pass. Round off back handspring, double back flip. Look how high she was.
Beautiful.
They're required to perform certain turns, certain leaps, as well as the tumbling skills.
Beautiful.
Double full.
Stacy Gunthorpe, 17 years old. We'll be back with more of this gymnastics summit. The Russians of the United States. First, we'll Pauli Pavilion.